As Provost and Academic Vice President of Salem State University, I am pleased to convene the commencement exercises and to welcome to today's ceremony you, the graduates, and your guests. Please join me now in standing as you are able for the singing of our national anthem by graduating student Akane Ishida.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang rare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I am honored to present John D. Keenan, President of Salem State University.
Greetings, class of 2020. Thank you for joining me. I know this is not the commencement you envisioned, and even so, you put that aside to log on and celebrate this special moment today. Thank you again for being here. When we postponed your commencement last year, it was hard to predict that the pandemic would continue for so long and with such force. The past year feels like a lifetime and the blink of an eye all at once. Some of you joined me a year ago for the virtual conferral of degrees. And at that time, I held out hope that in 2021, I could give you a traditional in-person ceremony. Unfortunately, the data told me that this could not be done while also maintaining the health and safety of our campus and our community. So thank you for once again making a tremendous sacrifice for the greater good. By coming together virtually today and through our Viking roll call events, we're demonstrating that we won't let the perfect be the enemy of the possible. The class of 2020 has certainly shown us what's possible. As you know too well, your final semester was upended by a global pandemic at the scale we haven't witnessed in over a century. Overnight, you had to adapt to new ways of learning and living. For many of you and your families, COVID-19 brought much larger difficulties. It led to financial challenges, illness, and unfortunately, in some instances, it led to loss. I want to give my condolences to anyone who has experienced the worst of this pandemic. And despite it all, through grit and determination, you persevered. You continued your studies and made it to graduation. What you've done is truly heroic. So please, don't ever lose perspective of how monumental this accomplishment is. I am confident that from here on, there is nothing that the members of the class of 2020 cannot achieve. You are defined by your adaptability, your resilience, and character. These are attributes that will serve you well and that our world needs now more than ever. This past year has been trying in ways that reach beyond the pandemic. It illuminated long-standing faults in the fabric of our nation. We were required to acknowledge the toxic impacts of systemic racism and hatred, a racism grounded in traditions of unequal treatment of individuals who are Black, Indigenous, and people of color. We witnessed gross inequity in systems of criminal justice, housing, economics, education, and medical care. We experienced a crisis in our political system that culminated in the storming of the United States Capitol by rioters. But amid the horror of the past year, there have been seeds of hope that speak to the ability of progress to thrive under the most difficult of conditions. People have awoken to racial and economic inequities in our country, and they have organized towards change in their lives, their communities, at state houses, and nationally. Over the past year, as we bore witness to the impact of traditions, policies, and practices that served as barriers to access, many of us learned. We learned that injustice left unchecked is destructive to us all, and that bearing witness alone is inadequate. Your collective activism, intellect, and persistence through this challenging year forecasts a brighter future. We also saw history being made in the representation of women and people of color in some of the highest offices. We saw the inauguration of Vice President Kamala Harris, the first female, first black woman, and first person of South Asian descent to hold this office. And locally, Mayor Kim Janey became the first woman and first black person ever to lead the city of Boston. And she was sworn in by Chief Justice Kimberly Budd, who grew up right here on the North Shore in Peabody, and recently became the first black female to lead the state's highest court. This long overdue progress does not negate the work that must be done, but we should celebrate these barriers being broken and how that will contribute to a more equitable future. Just as you've worked to hold us accountable here on campus, please continue to hold your respective disciplines, communities, industries, and elected officials accountable as well. Your time at Salem State has prepared you to contribute, to lead, and to make a difference. The future is bright, and your spirit represents the change that we need to see. There is also hope in the way that our country responded to the pandemic. People bought gift cards to support their favorite restaurants, purchased groceries for those in need, and volunteered to book vaccine appointments for complete strangers. Please, never turn down help when you need it, and take the opportunity to help someone who needs you. While we must address the inequities that this pandemic has further exposed, we can also appreciate the many instances in which we saw outpourings of support and compassion for others. We also saw a significant triumph in our scientific community, and that is something to celebrate. Just over a year since COVID-19 was detected in the United States, the FDA has approved vaccines for emergency use. This shines light on the true power of science and innovation. The fastest vaccine developed before that was for the mumps, and it took approximately 4 years. While COVID-19 vaccines might have been developed in a year, the scientific community took much longer to build. That foundation is a product of curiosity, inquiry, and education, of people who not only asked questions, but who had access to the opportunities that would allow them to pursue answers. Never stop asking questions, searching for solutions, and making it possible for others to do the same. And finally, as the national political landscape became painfully polarized, and it may have been tempting to look away from politics, the voters of this country showed up. Voters turned out in record numbers to have a say in the future of our country. The youth vote also increased and is believed to have tipped elections outcomes in several states. Please continue to use your voice at the ballot box, in your communities, and elsewhere. In our commencement ceremonies this year, we will have the privilege of hearing from a leader who has used her voice to help address issues of social justice. We will hear from award-winning author, social justice scholar, and filmmaker, Dr. Monique Morris. I am proud to be granting her an honorary degree from Salem State University. Of course, there's also much hope to be found in looking at the graduating class of 2020. Because amid all the challenges that we face, I take comfort in knowing that those who persevered to graduation during these trying times are the ones who will lead us in the future. Your Salem State degree is a powerful tool, and I am honored to call you our alumni. I hope that you've been able to use what you've learned at Salem State in fulfilling ways this past year. So please, always hold on to that sense of determination that got you here today. Congratulations to the amazingly resilient class of 2020. Your strength will always be remembered and admired. Thank you. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Rob Lutz, Chair of the Salem State University Board of Trustees.
As chair of the Salem State University Board of Trustees, it is with a great deal of pleasure that I congratulate each member of the graduating class and welcome you, your family, and friends to our commencement. I'm truly honored to represent the members of the university's Board of Trustees. As a member of the Board of Trustees, I'm extremely proud of the work the university has done in preparing you to successfully pursue the careers of your choice. The credit for the university's success, of course, goes to you, the students, and to your supporters, to your mothers and fathers, spouses, grandparents, children, friends, and all others who have supported your efforts here at the university. We are ever mindful of the effort required by each of you to reach the success you have achieved today. Thank you and congratulations.
It is my pleasure to introduce Professor Tiffany Chenault, President of the Salem chapter of the Massachusetts State College Association, who will bring greetings on behalf of the university's faculty and librarians.
Congratulations, everyone. Woo! It's graduation day. Throughout your education, you have navigated across a sea of unknowns. You have persisted through many shifting situations. You are graduating today because you prevailed, making choices and carving out your own destiny. In addition to being well educated in the liberal arts and in your academic disciplines during your journey throughout higher education, you have become aware of societal issues of economic, social, political, and racial inequalities. You have learned to use your voice on issues that matter to you. And you've learned to apply your creativity to critical thinking to overcome challenges that are uniquely yours. Graduating from college, especially during a pandemic, as we know, is no easy task. And many of you are able to do so. Also, many of you are the first in your families to go on to graduate in these trying times. I trust each of you have had many supporters who have kept you going, who've supported you along the way. As president of the union and the Salem State faculty and librarians, I can attest that for me and my colleagues, it has been a privilege to support you in your journey. One of the joys of being an educator at a public teaching university is seeing your individual successes and understanding how those successes matter in ever-expanding circles to your families and to your communities. Listen, this is the most important thing. Today, we celebrate you. We know you will go on to achieve great things for yourself, for your loved ones, for your colleagues, and for the common good. We want to say to each of you directly, and listen closely, how valued you are as individuals. We hope Salem State will always have a place in your hearts and in your minds as you move forward and make a difference in the world. Today is your day. Congratulations. We are so proud of you all.
I am now pleased to introduce today's student commencement speaker.
Hello, fellow graduates of Salem State University. Whether you're a friend of mine, an acquaintance, or this is the first time you're seeing my face, I just want to start by saying one thing. Congratulations. We all knew that our senior year of college was going to be a difficult one, but no one could have ever anticipated the events of 2020. From a pandemic that has ravaged this planet, to the civil unrest brought on by systemic racism throughout this nation, to the economic crisis we are still clawing our way back from, and the ecological collapse we face as an existential threat to the planet. The world was changed for everyone very rapidly in 2020. The year left a mark on everyone as we are collectively recovering from the emotional, physical, and mental toll that has been brought along with the pain and suffering of friends and family lost. Quarantine, social distancing, lockdowns, and reopenings. This virus has shaken up the very fabric of our daily lives. Through it all, though, we have realized the importance of banding together as a community, checking in on friends and family no matter the distance, and taking time to appreciate all of the little things. When offered the opportunity to speak to you, I was suddenly faced with how truly daunting this task would be. As I have just stated, our society is wrought with so many ills and challenges which our generation and those to follow will need to address head-on with courage, compassion, and resilience. Issues of racial justice and inequity are at the core of becoming a successful democratic society. As a white male, I want to acknowledge that I am cognizant of how uncomfortable the topic of racism is perceived to be, especially among white people. We cannot continue to shy away from the discussion and deny historical injustices suffered by so many. I am also cognizant that I will never be able to fully understand the pain, injustice, and racial trauma so many have endured and continue to navigate. I have learned that I have the capacity to use my power and privilege to affect change in my personal and professional spheres of influence. I am calling on each and every one of you to do the same. This year has illustrated to me that in order to be a successful change agent, I need to be a lifelong learner, a keen listener to perspectives different than my own, and suspend judgments about superficial traits, such as one's skin color, where they are from, or who they love. I am thankful for the experiences I have had at Salem State, especially back in 2017 during the Forward Together rally. While there, the Black, Brown, and Proud student organization protested the bigotry and hatred on campus and solidified the need to push towards greater equality. Listening to my fellow students share their experiences made me realize the responsibility I have to educate myself and be a stronger advocate. The ones who must expedite this change are not only the ones experiencing that pain and suffering throughout their everyday lives, but also the ones who have the privilege of never knowing it. We must hold ourselves accountable and pledge to never be a silent bystander of any hate crime. Those that are Black, Brown, Asian, Indigenous, LGBTQ, and all other marginalized groups are the ones we must proactively support as vocal allies in our communities. Tough conversations need to be a part of everyday life, and we must search for ways to make the uncomfortable discussions more commonplace. Knowing we can do better right now is not enough when we each carry the power to enact a greater caliber of change. As we all experienced over the last 4 years, Salem State is a microcosm for our own nation, made up of a vast array of diverse people from various backgrounds and walks of life. I wish I could spend this opportunity espousing the measurable progress we have made with regards to social justice. And as you reflect on the history of this country, there have been tremendous strides towards equity, just not enough. The death of George Floyd, and even more recently Daunte Wright, showcase the issues that are still glaringly present. Among the countless others that have been wrongly killed, assaulted, and targeted due to the color of their skin, we cannot allow this trend to continue as we go back to this new normal of living through COVID. The world, and our nation particularly, has shown there is still an enormous amount of work to be done before we have true equality, justice, and peace for every human being. We knew that prior to starting our college careers that there would be numerous challenges one day laid at our feet. We knew the circumstances and the measure of success would be that much harder to attain than even the previous graduating class. It seems strange to me that that day has already arrived. Our dedicated faculty and staff at the university have carefully prepared us for the trials and tribulations of the real world, knowing that the only way to fully experience something is by just doing it. I remember like it was yesterday when moving into Marsh, my mother hot on my trail reminding me not to spend my dying dollars too quickly. It seems that our time to enjoy the splendors of Salem and connect with teachers and students have gone by in a blink. We packed our bags over spring break and left the campus dorms, hoping that we would return after only a few short weeks. If only we had known prior to those half-serious goodbyes to dear friends how much our lives would change over such a short period of time. Instead of drowning in the never-ending what-ifs behind our face masks, we stood up to that looming mountain of uncertainties and moved forward on the path to success. Vikings of Salem State are gritty, tenacious, quick-witted, and innovative leaders. We take pride in our sacrifice that requires sweat and tears for a much-deserved job well done. Despite the underwhelming feeling of a diploma mailed to our house or classes uprooted and put on Zoom without a moment's notice, we stood unwavering in the face of adversity. We truly embodied what it meant to be a Salem State Viking in 2020. The class of 2020 is a collection of brothers, sisters, sons, daughters, mothers, and fathers of a fantastic community that will be flourishing for decades to come. As Vikings, we are identified by our many traits and experiences. We are the part-time night class grinders, library booth napping, 11:59 p.m. final finishers, gas at gym rats, Goodnight Fatty, Bagel World, and Burger King fiends, and of course, Halloween-loving Vikings. So, stand tall next time you look in the mirror and feel proud of the accomplishment you have made in a truly unparalleled time of this world. Know that in your heart of hearts, no matter how many times you get knocked down and fail in your career, no matter how many times you face injustices or unfair treatment because of the color of your skin or who you are, you will always be a Salem State University Viking from the class of 2020. And no one will ever be able to take that sacrifice away from you. Thank you.
Thank you for those wonderful words of congratulations and thoughtful reflections. President Keenan, I have the honor to present to you Dr. Monique Williams Morris for the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters.
Dr. Monique Morris, you are an educator and activist who has opened eyes and hearts by asking difficult questions and committing yourself to finding the answers. As a social justice scholar, filmmaker, and prolific author, you have sparked national conversations about how race, gender, and education intersect. Among your many talks and publications, your widely acclaimed book, Push Out: The Criminalization of Black Girls in Schools, revealed the deep injustices that exist in the very places that are supposed to be sources of opportunity. You present us with a way forward in your most recent book, Sing a Rhythm, Dance a Blues, Education for the Liberation of Black and Brown Girls. Your work has become essential reading for teachers, principals, policymakers, and more. Reaching beyond your impact as an educator and author, you have contributed your deep knowledge towards making progress through countless organizations, some of which include the NAACP, Grantmakers for Girls of Color, the Black Girl Freedom Fund, and the National Black Women's Justice Institute, which you founded in 2014. Your commitment to creating a more equitable, just, and promising world for girls and young women of color has positively impacted countless lives. Your dedication to finding the truth, shining light on it, and advocating for needed change is inspiring. Thank you for dedicating your life to closing opportunity gaps and leading us toward creating a society that works for all.
Thank you for this incredible opportunity to address you, the graduates of Salem State University. Congratulations, class of 2020, and congratulations, class of 2021. Today, we celebrate this incredible milestone with you as you enter the next phase of your life. For some of you, this is part of your family's legacy of higher educational achievement. For others, you may be the first in your family to achieve this honor. And now you can walk boldly in designing new pathways for educational achievement and attainment for your loved ones. There is no question that the past year has brought on unprecedented challenges, but through science, perseverance, ingenuity, faith, and love, and good sense, we've made it to this point. Pause to breathe and acknowledge these blessings, because it wasn't easy for anyone. Malcolm X once said that education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. That's a passport you now hold. Your future belongs to you. As you chart your course and consider the next part of your journey, I want to encourage you to understand your trip in the context of the many paths that may knowingly and unknowingly cross your own. The Nigerian author and scholar Chinua Achebe shared with the world that until the lions have their own historian, the story of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. I've always understood this as an invitation for us to explore the power of perspective and to understand how we are all participants in a greater narrative about the lived experience, both of a single incident and of shared societal ones. The story of the hunt is something that impacts not only the lions and the hunter, though. It impacts the fly on the lion's tail, the antelope and the zebra who may not be far in the distance. It impacts the grass, and it impacts those of us learning about it. The entire ecosystem is impacted by the story of the hunt. And so this is a metaphor for our justice work. All of us are impacted by acts of harm, acts of injustice. So we can't turn away from those paths that may be different from our own, or that don't appear to intersect with ours. They will still affect the ecosystem that we're a part of. So it all still impacts us. My invitation to you graduates is to engage a participatory worldview and actively seek to locate yourselves in the justice narrative. Your investment in your intellectual self is partnered with an opportunity to engage in narratives, conditions, and structures that are greater than just you. The work you will lead, the discoveries you will make, the lives you will impact are all consequential. Being in this position of leadership requires a commitment to align our actions with the idea advanced by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., that justice is the use of power to correct everything that stands against love. Seeing yourself as part of the movement for justice does not require an extraordinary sensory perception. It also doesn't require you to have a fancy title. It requires that we make the decision to be part of the tapestry of healing in whatever sector, industry, career, life scenario, and or condition that we're in. Some of the most important spheres of influence that you will have will be in your own social and familial settings. This reality invites the wisdom offered by Nikki Giovanni, who explored the power of viewing what we do naturally as revolutionary, meaning explore your passions, offer your gifts, but always maintain a commitment to correct what stands against love while doing it. So I ask, will you use your power to correct everything standing in the way of love? Will you radically center the unconditional positive question in every inquiry? Will you uplift possibility rather than restrict opportunity? The challenge of this work is to be present in our current truths while being emergent in the strategies to design networks and interconnected systems that uplift the best in all of us. The challenge of this work is to engage love as a core value and justice as a metric for success. So the challenge is ultimately for you to consider not just whether you will locate yourself in the justice narrative, but how you will do so. Justice is not a pie to be divvied. It is as infinite as possibility. And you are called to join in the co-construction of that ecosystem. That is the future to which your passport grants access. Thank you, Salem State University, for the opportunity to share these moments in community with you. And again, congratulations, class of 2020, and congratulations, class of 2021. Be bold, be brave, and be loving.
Thank you, Dr. Morris, for your cogent and inspiring address. And now we have reached the portion of our ceremony that you've all been waiting for. Provost Silva, will you please present the candidates for degrees?
President Keenan, I am pleased to present the candidates for degrees. The candidates for bachelor's degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences will please rise. President Keenan, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Liberal Studies, and Bachelor of Science, with specification according to the department in which they have qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Salem State University and the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Liberal Studies, Bachelor of Sciences, according to the department in which you have qualified with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
The candidates for bachelor's degrees in the School of Education will please rise. President Keenan, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor of Science, with specification according to the department in which they have qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Salem State University and the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science according to the department in which you have qualified, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Please be seated. President Keenan, I am pleased to present the Salem State University graduates.
Alicia Marie Abate, Jeanette Marie Abene, Janine Hisham Abdin, Morgan Glenn Adams, Christopher J. Adario, Sydney Addy, Brendan Pierce Affawork, Julia Ann Afflito, Amit Kumar Agarwal, Elizabeth Alarkan, Katera Alba, Lency Alert, Brianna Allen, Robert B. Allen, Alicia Milagros Almodovar, Omar Adil Alobaidi, Nabil Alvarez, Teresa Raquel Alves, Asa S. Anderson, Sarah Ashley Anderson, Brittany Anna Andrade, Daisy Gonsalves Andrade, Alexander Anisimov, Rebecca Aran, Maria Lucero Arias Reyes, Brian James Arsenault, Mary L. Ashley, Jalija K. Aubrey, Maeve Austin,
Olivia Avery,
Vadim Ayetkulov, Brenda Machado Badaro, Eleanor T. Ballard, Frank Donald James Bannister, Walaeldin Mohammed Baraka, Jonathan Samuel Barias, Damien Barus Duma, Jessica Lynn Bartel, Andre Mona Bartold, Logan Batchelor, Chantel Batista, Madeline Bond, Sabrina Marie Bauman, Shiloh G. Bayuk, Felicia Beaton, Christopher Louis Beaudry, Edward Beaupre, Ryan Anthony Belanger, Joshua W. Bell, Grant Tyler Bellino, Alyssa I. Benet, Michael Anthony Bennett, Stephanie Cassandra Bennett, Rayana N. Benzora, Benjamin Winslow Bergstrom,
Maria Maciel Bernable,
Nicholas Christian Betancourt, Sophia A. Bicos, Catherine Claire Blaze, Jessica Lynn Blakeman, Sarah Blanchette, Evan Scott Boches, Leslie I. Boudreau, Vanessa R. Bramonti, Matthew Philip Brems, Craig Allen Brenn, Thomas J. Brennan, Eben Joseph Brown, Jessica Marie Brown, Ramon Leoncio Bruno, Cheyenne R. Bryan, Norman L. Bookman, Jeffrey Thomas Buchik, Michael Budnick, Dana Bullerwell, Brianna Nicole Burdick, Kaylee Elizabeth Burdick, Megan E. Burgess, Danae Burnett, Mia Elizabeth Buscone, Stephen A. Butler, Megan Cafferty, Hannah Grace Cagney, Derek M. Callahan, Sabrina Camara, Connor G. Campbell,
Danielle Campbell,
Samantha Campbell, Alan Campos, Colin M. Canelli, Sanue Arancha Bradley Capasso, Taylor Renee Capozzi, Dylan C. Capos, Andrew David Carden, Jada Marie Carey, Julia Carey, Megan Elizabeth Carlin,
Danielle Ann Carney,
Matthew R. Carr, Jolie Elizabeth Carter, Sean W. Casey, Tristan Robert Casey, Madeline Elizabeth Casper, David J. Kaysen, Jeffrey Castellanos, Johanny Miguelina Castillo,
Sydney Nicole Castonguay,
Dionis J. Castro, Colin James Kavanaugh, Sofia Teresa Colina, Teresa Cherekia, Christiana Veronica Chakalis, Claire C. Chandler, Joshua Jacob Chapman, Scully Charles, Patrick Thomas Charlton, Kayla Nicole Sharon, George Cheshvili, Sunatib Michal Chaudhry, Abigail Marie Chenard, Alexandria Lynn Christopher, Gioia Cianciarulo, Jacqueline M. Chardy, Kendra L. Simon, Lauren Elizabeth Cipoletti, Rachel Parmelia Serena, Jennifer Rose Chula, Megan Claflin, Alyssa Nicole Clement, Kathleen Clough, Paul Michael Cloutier, Haley Danielle Coder, Justin Michael Coder, Kathleen Marie Coffey,
Luida Sowley,
Charles E. Collins, William Collins, Ryan Michael Connolly, Caitlin Marie Connor, John A. Connolly, Byron David Contreras Jr., Matthew Conway, Michael Thomas Cookson, Shannon Eliza Cooney, Ashley Nicole Cooper, Charlene E. Cordero Hilton, Deanna Arlene Corona Perez, Lindsay Michelle Cosar, Aaron Michael Costa, Alexandria Cousin, Cameron J. Craig, Bradley James Crandall, Brandon Edward Creeder, Kylie M. Courier, Casey M. Curtin, Sophie Curtin, Haley Shea Curtis, Kaylee Ann D'Alessandro, Evelyn Violetta D'Amato, Stefano Dana, Julia Dares, Benjamin Christopher Darling, Isaac A. Da Silva, Zachary Da Silva, Radhi Duvergne, Brett Mitchell DeVacus, Aaron Elizabeth Davies, Carla L. Davis,
Timothy Cameron Davis,
Bailey Danielle Day, Stephanie C. De Lima, Cameron Alexander Decas, Jacqueline Idalis Del Rio, Brooke Elizabeth Delp, Christopher Michael DeLuca, Patrick Delva, Alex Demaray, Kaylee Michelle Dion, Deanna DePaz, Erin Christina Deshane, Alexandra D. Simone, Peter Michael Desmarais, William Diamond, Suella Omeri, Demi Ann DiCarlo, Deanna Marie DeCenzo, Julia Dillon, Angelina DeMaro, Matthew DiNapoli, Michelle Dion, Michaela Christina Dion, Elizabeth Dirk, Thomas Donahue, Max A. Donovan, Jordan Lee Dorsey, Sandy C. Dos Santos, Daniela Marie Dukakis, Nakaya Douglas, Stephen Dowling, Emily Elizabeth Doyle, Alyssa Ray Druin, Janea Delora Dubé, Juliana Rose Dumaine, Samantha Dumay, Anna Victoria Dunbar, Ethan Samuel Dunford, Kevin A. Dunn, Alicia Judith Dunnigan, Cullen Joseph Dunnigan, Michaela Fernandez, Anna Grace Durkin, Ryan Miller Duvall, Joseph Ryan Dwyer, Mitchell Dyer, Sarayone Eng, Tia Rose Monroe Ernest, Elizabeth Ann Ikonomu, Nathaniel N. Ector, Amanda Eddy, Riley Edmonds, Emily Edwards, Mustafa El Zatari, Matthew Elder, Daniel Jose Encarnacion, Erica N. Arelli, Megan Escott, Vashti Deandra Desiree Etienne, Timothy J. Etzel, Adizi Eze, Cassandra Michelle Fabian, Emily Clara Rose Fabre, Oyindamola Fadairo, Nicole Barbara Farrell, William A. Fawnin III, Aaron Fee, Casey Fern, Megan Elizabeth Fernandez, Disneldi N. Fernandez, Ryan J. Fair, Lunica Figaro, Nicholas Matthew Finestone, Maddock Zachary Fisher, Kyle Fisher Baluta, Casey Janelle Fitzgerald, Patrick Owen Fitzgerald, Kaylin Marie Flaherty, Amanda M. Florentino, Jamie Flores, Elisa Rose Flume, Alyssa R. Foden, Christopher Foley, Cara M. Fonseca, Kylie A. Forgione, Susan M. Fountain, Zachary Michael Francis, Kristen Frappier, Peter Framont, Emily Frances Frost, Catherine Mary Fuller, Kayla Victoria Fuller, Natalia Marisol Ferguson, Jennifer Catherine Gadboy, Ariana Justine Gaffney, Brianna Nicole Gagnon, Amanda Dawn Galante, Tyler Logan Galimi, Anna M. Gallagher, Brittany Lynn Gallant, Mia Alessandra Gallo, Lydia Melissa Garcia Zorilla, Brianna Luz Garcia, Jacqueline Dolores Garvey, Trayvon Eric Gaston, Jenna Gatcomb, Austin Douglas Gath, Benjamin D. Geary, Samantha Nicole Gear, Tiffany Cian Gerald, Sharon German, Lily Elizabeth Gee, Sagar Gimiri, Joseph Michael Gibbons, Emily Elizabeth Gilligan, Daniel Michael Gillis, Olivia Rose Gobiel, Chelsea Marie Gogan, Angelique Gomez, Ashley Jeanette Gonzalez, Carrie Ann C. Good, Talia Elizabeth Goodridge Gilliard, Brian Gorenka, Grace J. Graham, Whitney Grant, Ashley F. Greco, Chloe B. Greco, Jordan Doucette Green, Olivia Nicole Grillo, Richeli M. Grullon Jimenez, Courtney Marie Guadagno, Alicia Guglielmi, Jillian M. Gilmay, Sonica Gurung, Valerie Gutierrez, Aubrey May Haynes, Jacqueline Mamyahuma Hammond, Kayla Susan Hanlon, Tanya T. Hawk, Fatima Montasser Herrera, Audrey Linda Hardenstein, Brett Herring, Jessica Marie Harris, Stephanie Ann Harrison, Danielle Elise Hart, Trevor Blake Hawks, Morgan Amber Haynes, Megan Hennessy, Emily J. Hennessy, Ricardo Ruben Hernandez Avila, Nia Naima Hernandez Smith, Kia Rose Heron, Adam Hutlinger, Brianna L. Hicks, Gabriella Jaylene Hicks, Jaritza Hidalgo, Jacqueline Celeste Hill, Allison Nicole Hilliard, Cameron James Hinkle, Jennifer Hue Ho, Bethany Nicole Hoare, Kayla E. Holak, Renee C. Holmes, Tyler Holmes, Travis James Howard, Amber Howington, Annie Hudak, Alexandra Doreen Elizabeth Hughes, Rachel M. Hughes, David William Holt, Joshua Hunt, Stephen Joseph Hunt, Connor Robert Irving, Jenna N. Jasinski, Clarina Jeanneton, Ariana Shea Jedry, Rayla Michelle Johnson Day, Devin Nicole Johnson, Samantha J. Johnson, Ashley T. Jones, Casey M. Jones, Caitlin Ann Jones, Corey David Jordan, Darwin Joseph, Jonathan Joven, Joseph Michael Giuliano Jr., Kara A. Jusam, Catherine Ann Kaiser, Victoria R. Kako, Lucy Wangoy Kamau, Silvana Kanani, Mukendi Kazadi, Sabrina Keene, Aminata Keita, Bradford Dean Kelly, Victoria Elizabeth Kelson, Julia Kennedy, Sophia Kennedy, Catherine C. Keogh, Efstathios Keskinidis, Deepak Kadka, Arya L. Kieras, Kimberly Carrie Ann Curlew, Perry Kishida, Leila Kametas, Katie Elizabeth Kobel, Yelena Kostadinovich,
Allison Daly Kostka,
Benjamin Michael Kozlowski, Joshua G. Kuhn, Ashiwan Kumar, Rachel Lane Cooper, Cassandra Rose Kisilovsky, Thomas Jason Losser,
Alana Labella,
Melanie LaBelle, Samantha L. Lallier, Felicia Celeste Vivian Lamarche, Sarah A. Lampasona, Julie A. Lanigan, Erica Rose Lane, Nicholas A. Lacaire, Brendan LaRosa, Zachary LaRose, Joshua D. LaRosa, Julie A. Lawless, Megan Ryan Lawton, Kelsey LeClaire, Emma W. Liederman, Elizabeth Shane Ledwell, Jonah Clark Lee, Ashley B. Lefebvre, McNeil Evans Legros, Sarah Alice Layton, Adam Thomas Latender, Trenton William Levakis, Kristen Helena Lewis, Yuela Likai, Shannon B. Lilia, Noah Lima, Rihanna J. Lindsay, Shuen Liu, Vangelis Lolis, Carolina Londoño, Jeffrey Thomas Long, Paulo Rafael Lopez, Karen Lewis, Carmel Lozzi, Guy Lucien, Sawyer K. Ludwig, Amanda E. Lunn, Gabrielle C. Luzignan, Ni Jia Wen Lu, Destiny A. Lynch, Riley Lyons, Noelle Damaris Macario, Meredith Noel MacDonald, Abigail Rose Mackenzie, Elizabeth M. Madelaney, Yemi Yadith Madera, Shannon Magner, Jennifer Mahoney, Dylan Joseph Maida, Vanessa Maldonado, Isra Malik, Alexandra Louise Maloney, Samantha Caleb Mumm, Jillian Kathleen Marchetti, Patricia Stephanie Marenko, Abigail L. Mariano, James Lingo Mering, Christina Marie Marino, Mackenzie Marks, Matthew Thomas Marquez, Samantha Dakota Martin, Armando K. Martinez, Diana Martinez, Gabrielle Alexandra Martinez, Louise Virginia Martinez, Yara Naomi Martinez, Annalise Rochelle Martino, Brooke Destiny Martino, Joyce Martins, Dominic Anthony Massa, Anthony J. Massey, Molly McKinnon Master, Amarani Mateo, Clementina Mato, Karina Maxwell, Michelle Mazares Manga, John H. McBreen, Megan Elizabeth McBride, Valerie Ann McBride, Robert Lee McBroom, Stephanie McCarthy, Lauren E. McDonough, William J. McDonough, Casey R. McFall, Megan Ann McFarland, Elizabeth McGinnis, Colin John McGovern, Kevin Robert McGovern, Lindsay Marie McGovern, Richard Allen McIntosh, Austin Patrick McLear, Ashley Ann McLennan, Elliot A. McNeely, Andrew Thomas McNiff, Janet Mejia, Kayla Marie Melanson, Valentina Mendez, Eileen M. Mendoza, Lauren Elizabeth Mercer, Marie C. Merlino, Kathleen S. Muse, Dominic J. Mido, Olivia Miller, Samuel A. Minton, Ricardo Miranda, Valerie Jordana Miranda, Alexandra Felicia Mitchell, Joseph Mitchum, Inga Mlakic, Sabrina J. Mohammed, Sabrina Daoud Mohammed, Chantel Monique Special Mowat, Jalisa Molina, Fanelson Monechant, Christopher Patrick Monson, Kenneth Jean Moore, Richard B. Moore Jr., Zachary Peter Moore, Deirdre Moran Lanier, Connor P. Morey, Jacob Moriarty, Hannah Morris, Jenna Nicole Morris, Emily Catherine Moss, Alyssa Danielle Mostin, Nicholas Matos Mata, Cameron James Muick, Ruth Akiki Mugoha, Umaru Katende Mukibi, Christopher John Mulligan, Spencer Charles Mulvey, Caitlin Mundy, Sarah Mundy, Liam Murphy, Samantha Murphy, Cameron Murray, Aaron N. Murray, Natasha Annette Murray, Elizabeth Ann Muzumechi, Hiba Najib Nasareddin, Maria Teresa Navarro Marzola, Jillian R. Nault, Nari Nicole Nerkezian, Caitlin Newman, Bradford Newton, Dylan Trian Wen, Justin Tung Wen, Ni Bao Wen, Kina Kishma Nicholas, Christina Nicoli, Brian Mark Nickel, Michael Lorenzo Nicosia, Jalen Scott Njiroge, Harrison R. Noon, Catherine J. Noorduin, Abel Nunez, Eunice Bavukana Nzuka, Daniel Patrick O'Brien, Haley O'Callaghan, Judy Ann Elizabeth O'Diorn, Yolen Odney, Peter O'Donnell, Somtochukwu Emmanuel Ofonagoro, Chloe O'Gorman, Christopher M. O'Keefe, Jacqueline Oliver, Kimberly Oliver, Randy D. Olivolo, Seth Robert Olson, Jamie Michael O'Meara, Ellison Starr O'Neill, Shane K. O'Neill, Melanie Oriana, Megan Rose Orlando, Sabrina Di Giovanni Ornay, Jose Esteban Ortiz, Andrea Lynn Osborne, Sarah Osunde, Caitlin Elizabeth O'Toole, Jesse D. Willett, Olivia K. Owen, Taylor Pandolfo, Reese Carter Panic, Justin Panetta, Sarah Pangborn, Emily Parent,
Adam Paris,
Sarah Jessica Parker, Felicia Perinello, Rachel Jean Pasquale, Madison Tier Patton, Eric D. Path, David George Peach, Veronica Allman Pecora, Amber Leah Penley, Sarah Ruth Penley, Daniel P. Pennell, Carly Peoples, Maria Jean Pereira, Darcy Perez Vasquez, Erica Victoria Perez Esteban, Halen Gabriel Perez, Sydney Teresa Perkins, Rachel Lauren Pesch, Eric D. Peters, Morgan Catherine Petipa, Linda Fath, Ethel Alice Piantadosi, Tyler David Pierce, Angelo Paul Pilato, Elvin D. Pimentel, Kent Alejandro Pina, Brian Alexis Pinales, Patricia Jeannie Pitassi, Ashley Rose Pitchford, Sarah E. Pleward, Selena T. Plummer, Megan Caroline Pobiedzinski, Melinda S. Pontone, Gabriella Victoria Pope, Adriana M. Porter, Christy Ruby Portillo, Jessica Ray Potter, Ariane M. Poulin, Darkim Alexander Powell, Brianna Lynn Powers, Catherine Therese Powers, Ashley Rose Prince, Kelly Pizzeni, Ross Tyler Senni, Christopher Philip Puzo, Mileska Quinones, Ariana J. Quintana, Alex Arthur Raboyne, Michael A. Ragon, Shirish Rajbandari, Mary Elizabeth Raker, Kenlyn K. Randall, Maria D. Rappold, Olivia Barbara Rosso, Abby N. Ray, Betsy Rosales Resillas, Haley E. Reed, Michelle Reeves, Garcelle K. Renault, Matthew Benjamin Renzulli, Eric Marcus Rapucci, Melissa Rose Resnick, Joseph Francis Reynolds, Rossi Reynoso, Monica Rhodes, Alexandra Ricci, Nathan Alexander Richards, Eric Redor, Brock William Riley, Dalibel Rivera Caratini, Gio J. Rivera, Jose Antonio Rivera, Justin Rizzo, Andrew Grant Roach, Nicholas A. Robert, Kevin W. Roberts, Jamia Robinson, Tyra A. Rock, Ross Telesfor Rodrigue, Bonnie L. Rodriguez, Elvin Rodriguez, Savina Gail Rodriguez, Catherine M. Rodriguez Ponce, Kiana Rolfe, Gloria Romero, Kevin J. Rosado, Benjamin Robert Rose, Alexander James Rossetti, Madeline Harper Roth, Jillian Regina Rothenberg, Austin A. Rothermond, Joshua W. Ruby, Beverly M. Ruppel, Amanda Nicole Russell, Robin Webb Russell, Eliana M. Reichen, Alexander Robert Sacco, Anissa Saif Mabry, Nikolai Sakin, Steve Eddie Sam, Kate Araceli Sanchez, Eric C. Sanderson Jr., Christopher Antonio Santana,
Thanisha Santana,
Gina Elaine Santillo, Sabrina K. Santoro, Samantha L. Santos, Joshua Mark Scalia, Natalie Scarpa, Michael Scatamaccia, Angelica G. Schlief, Krista Ann Schroth, Rose Schuft, India Pearl Daly Schultz, Jared Edward Scurio, Abigail Bauer Seabrook, Peter Brian Segrieve, Amy Serino, Zachary Paul Serino, Nicholas Servideo, Ariana Marie Severance, Alexis Rose Sevieri, Noah M. Shanning, Mariah Shannon, Jade K. Shaw, Shannon Diane Sheehy, Jessica Marie Shepard, Emmanuel David Silva Marty, Brianna J. Silva, Isabel Luisa Silva, Yasmim Silva, Gabrielle Patrice Silvonich, Nicole M. Simon, Cameron Scott Simmons, Brooke Lindsay Simpson, Joycelyn Marie Sloan, Lavdrim Smerkaku, Brian Smith, Zach Smith, Ryan D. Smith, Taylor O. Smith, Anna K. Snyder, Dylan Corey Snyder, Alex Emerson Soden, Robert John Sophia, Ashley Sosa Feliz, Caria Sotomayor, Fatima So, Allison D. Sparrow, Rachel C. Spencer, Taylor R. Spinney, Catherine E. St. Ange, Catherine St. Gillet, Sarah Caroline Stanhope, Matthew Paul Stanley, Emma Frances Stantiel, Taya Jane Stefanov, Kurt Steginga, Zachary S. Stevenson, Andrew Taylor Stewart, Samantha Renee Stone, Rhiannon R. Strong Callahan, Paul Frederick Stunzi, Wen Hui Su, Connor Stephen Sullivan, Marissa Sullivan, Rachel Ann Sullivan, Adam C. Surrett, Kyle James Sutherland, Michael A. Swanson, Molly Ann Swanton, Alexis Cynthia Sweeney, Ian Patrick Sweeney, Jonna M. Sweeney Cook, Sophie E. Swiniarski, Emily Rose Silvanowitz, Vivian M. Tam, Marina Bella Tarantino, Teresa N. Tartaro, Vivian Gonsalves Taugino, Caitlin Marie Taylor, Chanel Oriah Taylor,
Samantha Kathleen Teague,
Alexis Ann Texera, Catherine A. Texera, Judith Marie Terranova, Aaron C. Titoni, Cynthiara Tom,
Alexander Thomas,
Jonathan Thompson, Katerina Glentadaki Thompson, Linnea Mary Thorne, Brendel Tyne, Ingrid F. Tomaz, Amanda L. Tombino, Zachary William Tormey, Duyen Tran, Brandon Trigo, Maureen Louise Trickett, Tyler Tringali, Maria Trombetta, Kelsey Trumbull, Katrina Tuck, Osaya Jessica Uhunsere, Tracy Rachel Ulloa L, Haley Valiant, Cora Van Hazinga, Lucas Raphael Van Veen, Velizar Valeriv Vasilev, Emma Therese Ventura, Greer R. Vio, Estefani Villalona, Mireya Melissa Villanueva Perez, Denise Amparo Villar, Antonia Vincarelli, Patrick Viselli, Edith May Waldsmith, Paige Walker, Emma Rose Walsh, Casey Elizabeth Walton, Hannah Jean E. Warren, Timothy J. Weber, Allison Webster, Sarah Jean Weeks, Timothy J. Welch, Max Wenzel, Evan Whalen, Benjamin Michael White, Christopher Joseph White, Jana Clark White, Zachary Edward Watson Wild, Paul Wilkins, Morgan Wilkie, Colleen Willie, Marie A. Williams, Francesca G. Winship, Byron John Witham, Victoria Witherell, Brandon Michael Wolf, Aaron Woods Murphy, Emily Rose Woodworth, Rebecca Jeanette Wright, Blartouche Jamaili, Ziling Xie, Veronica Grace Yailayan, Tajuddin Tosin Yusuf, Brittany Ann Taylor York, Janae Young, Sean Young, Shakira K. Young, Stephanie Lynn Young, Cameron C.F. Yun, Joshua Thomas Zoll, Sarah Jane Zatorsky, Nathan Zeller, Joshua Jarnitsky, Gabriela Zuccari, Derek Zwierkan, Joshua A. Zwierkan, Ashley Downey, Jonna Sweeney Cook, Robert McBroom Jr., Richard B. Moore Jr., Watanya Felt, Shannon Robinson.
New graduates, you have many to thank for assisting you in achieving the wonderful milestone of a college education. The faculty of Salem State University were a critical part of your success. New alumni, please join me in showing our faculty our appreciation. And now, to bring us greetings from the Alumni Association, is Double Viking Deborah Lee Surface, Salem State University's Alumni Association President.
Hello, graduates. I am Deborah Lee Surface, Salem State University Alumni Association President. I am a double Viking. I graduated from Salem State with a bachelor's degree in art in 2005 and my MBA in 2019. My path to becoming a Salem State student was non-conventional and maybe like many of you. My career at this university, as I'm sure you can relate, was full of people who showed me compassion and who had a desire to see me succeed. I found where I belonged, and it was in the most unexpected place. The university, its faculty and staff, offered me so many opportunities and provided me the chance to make connections that would help me as I grew in my career at Salem State and beyond. But those opportunities and connections were unexpected because I did not have any intention of attending Salem State for my education, let alone 2 degrees. But ultimately, and fortunately, I fell in love with this institution. So how does someone who never had any intention of attending Salem State end up becoming a double Viking and the president of the Alumni Association? Let me rewind to 2001. I had applied early decision to the University of Rhode Island and knew that was where I wanted to be. There was no question. After declaring my major, making the cheerleading team, moving to URI early to start practice, and finally attending my first week of classes as a freshman, I had an epiphany. I hated it. I called my parents and said, I hate it here. I can't stay here. Thankfully, they supported me in my decision. I would return to the North Shore and go to Salem State to take some classes. Luckily, before leaving high school, Salem State had a table set up in my school for on-the-spot admissions. And while on the way to lunch that day, I said, hey, why not? They waived the application fee, my dad went to Salem State, and let me just apply. So I did, and I got in, full well knowing I was going to go to Rhode Island. Well, that one application, filled out on a whim, opened so many doors for me. Salem State, in my time of need, offered me an opportunity to return home from Rhode Island and find that feeling that I was missing. When I came to Salem State, I instantly felt at home. I instantly knew it was the place for me. I took night courses to begin with, and eventually I was admitted to the honors program, where I was awarded a presidential honors scholarship. 4 years later, like all of you, I walked across the stage at graduation as a newly minted alumna and would return several times over the following decade. And now, I stay connected because of all Salem State has given to me, given all of us. I have chosen to be part of the Alumni Association for the past 10 years and become an adjunct in the Bertillon School of Business because I want to give to future students what Salem State gave to me. I want to be a part of helping to create opportunities for students like you and me, and ensure every student has the chance for that unique experience that culminates in the pride and connection we all share. Every aspect of my connection to Salem State, as a student, an adjunct, and Alumni Association president, feels like home. And everyone at Salem State feels like family. And for all of you, graduates, your family is going to grow in leaps and bounds following today's ceremony. Our alumni community is over 70,000 strong, and you're all now a part of that community. The Alumni Association is here to support you and be a support system for you to continue that connection to the university as you had as students in your postgraduate lives. Our graduates work together to support and lift each other up. The Alumni Association sponsors events and activities throughout the year to connect you to our immense alumni network and offers you the opportunity to stay involved within your major, your new profession, and your passion. Whether you graduate today and follow the lead of over 85% of our alumni who remain on the North Shore, or chart your own course, you will join our fellow alumni in fueling the economy, keeping us safe, educating our communities, keeping us healthy, and working on the front lines during the pandemic. While you are continuing to show the world all that makes you a Viking, your determination, grit, and resiliency, remember to stay connected to the place where you honed those traits. The opportunities Salem State has provided to all of us was just the beginning. As you go out into your communities, know that the university, through the Alumni Association, still has so many opportunities for you to explore. Graduates, once again, congratulations. We all look forward to seeing the differences you make in your communities and how your lives will be changed with the degree you received today. Please stay connected so we can see that transformation. Come to our events, stay in touch, or reach out to me personally so I can buy you a cup of coffee and we can talk together about your future.
I hereby pronounce today's commencement ceremonies adjourned.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. Your resilience has been an inspiration. You have come so far, and I know you will go even further. Thank you for making us proud. You will always be part of our Viking family. Congratulations.
Felicitações. Parabéns. Congratulations to you and your family.
Congratulations to the Salem State Class of 2020, especially to the graduates of our French program and Certificate in Translation. Félicitations à tous, je suis très fière de vous.
Congratulations, Class 2020. I'm proud to be your professor. We went through this together. You're stronger than COVID-19 because you're Class 2020.
Congratulations, international students and study abroad graduates from the Center for International Education.
Congratulations to the class of 2020 from Salem State University. You did it. I'm so proud of you. And here's to an incredible future. Go Vikings!
On behalf of the Salem State University Police Department and the Chief of Police, Gene Labonte, we congratulate the class of 2020 on your graduation. Stay safe and healthy.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Go Vikings!
Congratulations, Sport and Movement Science students. Virtual handshake.
Congratulations, Salem State University class of 2020. Sorry I can't be there to graduate with you, but look, remember, you've just got to do this and you're a graduate. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020, and to all of the media and communication graduates.
Congratulations, graduates. You did it. We wish you all the best. We're so proud of all of your accomplishments, and we hope that you'll stay in touch.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Well done.
Hello, this is Luke Conlin, professor in chemistry and physics, wishing the class of 2020 a happy graduation. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to international students from China. 祝贺来自我们中国的国际留学生。
Congratulations, all of the Bertillon School of Business graduates. Yay!
May you have peace, may you have joy, and may you find balance.
I hope that you will never be without a good pen and a journal and the innate ability to just write it out. Whatever it is that's standing in your way, guys, write it out.
To my awesome practicum fellows, Alana, Amanda, Laura, and Alyssa, congratulations, you did it! Yay!
Congratulations, graduates. You have grown so much. You are healthcare studies strong. Go out and make a difference in the world. Damn it. Yeah!
Congratulations, grads.
Congratulations, Salem State University students, class of 2020. You have earned the right to wear your tassel on the left. And although it may look like I'm celebrating Halloween, I am actually celebrating you in this year of the mask. Congratulations.
Congratulations and best of luck on your new adventures.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Hey, healthcare studies grads, don't you dare let this pandemic dampen your spirits, your excitement, your joy, and the pride you are feeling right now as you complete your degree. And while we can't be there with you to celebrate on May 16th, we know you've worked so hard, so we're bringing the celebration to you.
I'm Dr. Judy Josephs, sending the very best wishes to the class of 2020.
Congratulations to all media and communication graduates and to all Salem State graduates.
Make yourself happy and healthy and successful. Okay, we hope that every day you get up with your intention to make that happen. Thanks and congratulations. Go.
Congratulations, study abroad students, class of 2020, Salem State.
We wish you all the success you desire. Now go change the world.
Congratulations, class of 2020! I wish you fulfillment in all your work in healthcare. It's challenging, it's gratifying, it just brings a lifetime of growth and fulfillment. And I hope that wherever your work takes you, you experience that. We're really proud of you. Congratulations.